I'm Dr. Krystosik, and right now I just came out from outside. It's winter time here in Ohio.
We're there.
I am like dressing up warm. As you can see, I got lots of layers on it. I'm going to go ahead and talk to you right now about pasta. I'm standing in the pasta aisle. And people who are gluten sensitive, it's really interesting. They say when they travel in Europe that they can eat gluten products like pasta and bread. Even if they're gluten sensitive, they can eat in the restaurants. When they're in Europe, they don't have any digestive problems and they don't have any symptoms, or they have much less symptoms. And they're able to enjoy the wheat while they're eating in Europe. But yet here in the United States, when they eat it, they have significant problems like irritable bowel. They end up having diarrhea and constipation, gas and bloating. When they go to Europe, for some reason, they don't have a problem. Well, let's talk right now about why that is. There are some significant reasons why that happens to some people, and it's not just in their head. There's actually some physiological reasons why that happens, and it has to do with the way the farming is done in Europe. And so let's talk about that right now. First of all, in Europe, they grow a different type of wheat. Here in the United States, they grow hard wheat and use hard wheat for pasta. And in Europe, they'll classically use soft wheat. And the gluten content in the hard wheat is up to 50% more. So you're getting up to 50% less gluten content in the wheat that's grown in Europe. And the other thing is that in the United States, they're using things like pesticides and chemicals that they are banned in Europe many times, that people eat those foods and they're not having a reaction because they don't have those chemicals on their wheat when they're grown. So there's several reasons why people are not experiencing that sensitivity to gluten. And the other thing is that the hard wheat that we use here in the United States has been actually hybridized. So they take several different strains of wheat and they combine them into one wheat. And the hybridization causes to have a much higher gluten content. And when that higher gluten content is inside that pasta or that bread, then when the body breaks down, the proteins and the amino acids are left. Then some of those amino acids are not able to be broken down with the enzymes that we have inside of our body. And so those amino acids that are left will actually cause allergic reactions and sensitivities and cause inflammation inside the body. So that's another reason, because the wheat has less gluten in it in Europe. And then, of course, you find that in Europe, again, they're not using all the chemicals in the food supply, the food colorings, the food additives, the preservatives. They've banned a lot of those in Europe. And here in the United States, well, we think we have a better idea. And so we end up having people are able to go to places like Europe and eat the pasta and the grains without having any kind of digestive disturbances or reactions in their bodies. So if you know anybody who's experienced that, if you personally experienced that by traveling in Europe, please leave a comment below. And then also, I'd really appreciate it if you like this video, tell your friends about it, like it, and subscribe to my channel. It would really help a lot if you would do that. If you're looking to eat pasta here in the United States, even if it's whole wheat pasta, and it's got a much higher gluten content, and it also has been often hybridized, and there are oftentimes other ingredients that are added to the pasta, especially when you go to restaurants. And don't be duped by thinking that when you go to restaurants you're going to get gluten-free pasta, because those gluten-free pastas are loaded with sugar and chemicals and bad oils, like the hydrogenated oils that are very harmful to the body. Be careful, be aware, be cognizant. If you occasionally go to a restaurant and have some restaurant food that's made with gluten-free pasta, enjoy it. Don't become so strict, so stringent that you have to not have time that you can enjoy foods out with family and friends. But again, if you're traveling to Europe, let me know if you've tried eating gluten grains there and you have not had any reactions, and share it with other people so that we can be able to communicate with each other and share those experiences. So if you like this video, join our Gut 911 prescription community, where people just like you are helping and supporting each other and communicating with each other and encouraging each other to eat healthy, to live healthy, exercise, have healthy mindset, have community where we can tell and help to support each other to be able to live a long life in good health. I'm Dr. Krystosik, and here's to your health.